Right now, a search intensifying.
We heard tons of gunshots. It was super, super loud.
Involved in a gunshot on 900 Madison Avenue. They are screaming on the air for additional units.
Be advised, people are still shooting.
Pittsburgh police trying to track down killers after gunfire rings out inside a packed party.
Yo, he got a gun. No, we got a gun.
To look at, and there's blood on the second floor window and stuff like that. That is like really, really messed up.
Hundreds forced to scramble for safety following a deadly mass shooting. This morning, a new view of the line of people mostly underage heading into a rented Airbnb in Pittsburgh's East Allegheny neighborhood on the north side. This was just a short time before this pure chaos ensued early Easter morning. You can see those same people a short time later running for their lives after gunfire rang out inside that apartment. This is along Sussman Street at the intersection with Madison. The Parkway North is just beyond where that street goes. Now, it happened at 12:34 yesterday morning. And because of that gunfire, two families are now left to bury two 17-year-olds.
As you can imagine, this is a tragic story that we've been covering for more than 24 hours now. Our Brianna Smith begins our coverage at the scene where this happened. And Brianna, what do you know about the victims this morning?
Well, Lindsay and David, family and friends are mourning the loss of Matthew, Steffi Ross, and Jaden Brown. Pittsburgh police say the two 17-year-olds were shot at this Airbnb and rushed to the hospital where they died. Now, Pittsburgh police responded to this Airbnb just after 12:30 Sunday morning. They received shot spotter alerts for more than 90 shots fired. A party was happening at the time with about 200 people. Many of them were underage. Pittsburgh Police Chief Scott Schubert believes there was an altercation and then the shooting began. He says 10 people were shot. 5 others were injured after running to safety or jumping out of windows to escape, and another person had their car shot at. Chief Schubert calls this incident heartbreaking.
But our hearts go out to the victims, to their families, and anybody that was traumatized from this incident. It is our top priority to find out who did this and get them off the street.
We immediately knew that it was gunshots, and our first thought was call the police, just because we didn't know if anybody got hit. There was just so many gunshots. There was no way that anybody didn't get hurt, and with all the people running around and screaming and everything, it was just scary.
Chief Schubert also says the scene was scary and chaotic. He says they're working hard to arrest those responsible for this tragedy. Now, Schubert believes there are multiple shooters, and he's asking for your help. So anyone with information, videos, and photos, call the Major Crimes Unit, or you can submit information online, and we have that link on our website at KDKA.com. Now, coming up, you'll hear more from the Pittsburgh Police Chief and other neighbors who saw the party happening. Reporting live on the north side, Brianna Smith, KDKA News.
All right, thank you for that, Brianna. And because of the tragedy, Pittsburgh Public Schools are operating on a modified lockdown today. A modified lockdown means only people with scheduled appointments are permitted in or out of Pittsburgh Public School buildings. The district made the announcement after learning 4 students were injured in that mass shooting. District leaders are working with school leaders to monitor any student who may need some extra support.
So many are still trying to wrap their heads around what happened early Sunday morning. That includes the owner of the other unit inside that rental property. Stephen Long owns the bottom floor Airbnb. He does not own where this party happened. He showed us just how many shots came into his apartment. Bullets riddled both downstairs bedrooms.
It's not just in the front of the property, they're in the back also. So wherever they were shooting from, there was bullets everywhere, and if you look down, there's still a bullet on the ground.
A family with children from Charlotte was staying in the unit. They had been in town for the holiday since Wednesday, and they told us off camera that the music started shaking the walls and reached a point where they decided to leave at 11:30 Saturday night. Now, police say the shooting was around 12:30. That unit owner believes that there could have been more victims if they didn't leave when they did.
All right, thank you, Lindsay. And you can see in this video, flowers now lay on the doorstep of the rental property where those two teenagers were killed. People stopping by yesterday to pay their respects to the teenagers who lost their lives. And Pittsburgh Mayor Ed Gainey, who is in COVID quarantine, issued a statement after the shooting saying the city needs to address the gun violence. The mayor saying, in part, it is critical that we come together now to help reduce the violence currently happening while we begin to do the long-term work of ending the culture of violence that's enabling the senseless loss of life we are experiencing today. He went on to say there will be a meeting with public safety and key community leaders to introduce an all-in citywide approach to public safety and to get feedback on this. Well, from the moment we first heard the 911 call for help early yesterday morning, our news team has had every angle of this tragedy covered while pressing local leaders for answers from on air, online, and on our social media platforms and on our app.